Hi there, and welcome to my yearly goals vlog. So today we're going to run through my goals for the year and give you a bit of a breakdown in my reasons for making them a priority this year. So let's jump straight in. The first one is my body. So I don't actually have a body fat percentage in mind, but I have an aesthetic in mind. So along the lines of like Lewis Young, Simian Panda, really excellent condition, even though they've still got a lot of size. That is what I'm aiming for. I've made a lot of progress so far. The condition of my body at the start of the year till now is pretty polarising. Quite proud of how far I've come so far, but there's still a lot to do, and diet is definitely the most difficult part of this process. However, I believe I'm trending in the right direction, and I do believe that I will achieve an aesthetic similar to those by the end of the year. So I'm quite happy with my progress on that one. Albeit I am aware that the diet is really a slippery slope and can lead to 2 steps forward, 1 step back. So I'm being very proactive about managing that, because I have felt myself wanting to slip a bit recently and take my foot off the gas. I discussed in a previous video I can fall into the trap of having made significant progress, losing a little bit of motivation and thinking we've come far enough, and good is the enemy of great, so I really don't want that to happen. So full steam ahead, but I am confident that I will achieve that goal this year. So these next ones are all around social media. They're separate, but it's like mini goals within a goal, but ultimately they're all leading to doing content full time as a job. However, I will break them down individually. So my goal for Instagram is to have 60,000 followers by the end of the year. Right now I am on 21, I believe, which is a third of the way there. So we're halfway through the year and I'm only a third of the way there, obviously, but I really feel like I've found my niche now and I'm getting more virality than I was. So if things keep trending the way they're trending, I should make that. That is with the caveat, obviously, that might not happen. But the thing is that virality and growth can really compound and then shoot up exponentially. These things don't go in a linear fashion. Case in point, in the last 2 weeks, I think I've jumped up 2,000 followers. So, if it continued like that, then I will hit it, but we'll see these things really peak and trough. But as I say, I believe I found my niche, I'm leaning into it. It's the content I like doing the most, and it's also the content that does the best. So I'm happy with that, and I do believe that if I continue along, leaning into my passions, leaning into what I'm good at, leaning into what I enjoy, then I believe I will hit that by the end of the year and hopefully surpass it. The next one, and this sounds funny because this is such a small number on TikTok, but I just want 10k on TikTok. Like, TikTok was a total side hustle for me. Like, it was never going to be my main platform, but you can't ignore the virality. How much that virality that you can get in those videos and on that platform can cross-pollinate onto your other platforms. So I couldn't ignore it. I didn't think it was the prudent thing to do to ignore it. So I've been on it for a few months, and it was kind of slow at first, but again, I've been doing more kind of life advice videos, wellness videos, stuff that I enjoy, and that has been picking up with more virality. So I actually don't know how many followers I've got on that right now, but I do believe if things keep trending the way they are, that I will also hit that by the end of the year. Now, it's the big one, YouTube. YouTube is the platform I enjoy the most. YouTube has my heart. I really love doing the long form stuff the most. I think it gives you the chance to, show your personality, to have depth, to go deep on who you really are, what you enjoy, what you're about. And I just love everything lifestyle and self-improvement, getting better every day, enjoying every day. Everything you can do to obtain moment-to-moment joy. So I think YouTube is the best for conveying that. I would say that YouTube is the hardest platform to grow a following on. It's really so unsteady. I've only got like 450 subscribers right now. So in terms of social media, that's the goal that I'm still furthest away from. I don't know if you know how it works, but in order to monetize YouTube and to be seen as an actual YouTube partner, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. I'm about halfway to both. Obviously the long form stuff gets you the watch hours, but I've found that posting shorts is the watch hours come from the long form content, and I tend to pick up more subscribers from the shorts. I do really love doing YouTube the most. That's what I enjoy consuming the most, and that is why I enjoy creating content around the most, because I think it's really congruent with who I am, the kind of stuff I enjoy, and it also, because it allows you to convey more of your character, you attract like-minded people, which I also enjoy. You create a kind of tribe around, the things that you enjoy, the things that you're passionate about, and you end up aligning yourself with people who are all pulling in the same direction, which again, I take a lot of satisfaction from. So that's the highest mountain to climb, but as is the case a lot of the times in life, the highest mountain to climb is the one that you should climb, the one that there is the most reward for climbing. So I'm really passionate about YouTube and really going to double down on that. And I would also say that these are, goals for this year, but I very much subscribe to the thought process that if you're not willing to do something for 10 years, don't do it at all. If you wouldn't do it forever, don't do it for a day. If you bring that back to diet, for example, those people that were like, I was in shape 8 years ago for a full summer, it's like, who cares, you're not in shape now. Same thing, I used to do reasonably well on Instagram, but then it died a death. Well, who cares? I think be willing to commit to it forever, and I am very much willing to commit to these things until the end of time. So, whether I hit my goals this year or not, I think it's good to have short-term goals. It makes you work harder. It makes you, more aggressive in the micro. But if I don't, I'll still keep doing it. I'll still keep working. You only fail when you give up, and I intend to never give up. So yeah, and really to cap that all off, all of this is because I want to do content full time. It's what I absolutely love doing. I don't need permission from anyone to do it. The type of leverage, it's media where it's permissionless. I can just do it off my own back. I am someone who very much enjoys being busy, being process driven, putting the reps in, being consistent. Those are kind of my superpowers. I like doing them. I like having a purpose every day, and content really allows me to do that. And like I say, I'm not relying on anyone else. It's just me driving myself, and I really, really enjoy that. And it allows me to lean into things I enjoy, and like I said, connect with like-minded people. So it's what I love. I want to do it full time. Obviously, I am doing paid work now. I want to get to the point where that can sustain my living and my investments and all my long-term goals. I heard this once before, and I really, really believe it, that if you want it to become your job, treat it like it already is, and it will become your job. So I am really, really strict with posting, planning. I really obsess over it. I love it. I have quite an obsessive personality. Like once I'm into something, I can kind of obsess over it to a fault. Where I don't really think about anything else, which is a gift and a curse. I mean, there's definitely downsides to it, but and I'm not trying to be all like diary of a CEO. I'm not trying to be all like hustle porn. I don't advocate hustle porn at all. I just mean that I think that's something I'm quite good at. I'm quite good at being laser focused on one thing. I'm very strict with it. I really, really obsess over it. I enjoy obsessing over it, and I think for that reason I will get there, and I imagine that I will be doing it full time by the end of this year. Like I said, if not by the end of this year, I'm not going to stop until I do. So, whether it's tomorrow or whether it's next year or whether it's 10 years, I will get there. However, I would like it to be this year. The next one is around finance. So currently I invest 30% of everything I earn. I would like to increase that to 50%. So there are lots of financial models for this, but if you, even on a very meagre wage, invest 30% of everything you earn, the compound of that is vast quantities of money within, if across a lifetime, it's a relatively short period of time. So I just know, based on the numbers that I've researched, based on my own numbers, that increasing to 50% would exponentially boost the rate of when I would be, they say, financially independent, retire early. It would just bring me more security and more peace of mind sooner. I take so much joy from having good financial habits, watching my investments grow, and just the security and peace of mind that brings. Like I said, I take so much pleasure from it. Just, that I'm making the right choices. That feeling when you do make the right choice, it is that nice, feeling in your stomach. I take a lot of joy from that. If that's a real main priority for me in life, is good financial habits, invest as much as I can, and really plan for the future. Always want to be building generational wealth so that we can have a comfortable lifestyle when we get older. We can have the lifestyle we want, that eventually if we do have a family, they will always be comfortable and they will have assets left to them, that I can take care of my mum, my sister, all that good stuff. So, and by the end of this year, I would have liked to have increased in increments that I have then boosted my investments from 30% to 50%, which is obviously substantial, but I've laid out a tangible plan and I am confident that I will do that come the end of the year. Next one is book a wedding. Obviously we have booked a wedding, so that box is ticked, and we would like to pay it off this year. So I believe you can pay it up in 3 increments. I believe it's 30%, 40%, but we don't want to do that. We just want to wipe it out, forget about it, and then we can just look forward to the day. Obviously that is the most important one for this year. I am so excited for it. So, and that's a nice one. That's, with the other stuff, I feel like I've got a fire in my belly, and it's really, there's a lot of focus and grit and almost aggression around them. I want to do this. Whether the when it's a nice feeling, it's we want to do this because it's just going to be the best feeling in the world. I see the other ones are a push and a pull. Well, this one's just a pull. It's all nice feelings attached to it. Yeah, I'm just really, really happy. So that would just be nice to have it all paid for, and then we can just count down the days. And the last, a little bonus goal, which isn't quite a goal. It's not really a goal, but it's a little cheat one. I'll just slip it in there. Is that I'd like to book another holiday. So we're going Italy to see the venue. We're going Santorini, then we're going Paris for Ava's birthday, and we're discussing a little cheeky Ibiza holiday in August. Ava hasn't been, and I have been many times. So it would be nice to take her there and show her the sights, because obviously this sounds like such rhetoric, but Ibiza, if you haven't been, is a very, very beautiful place, and we wouldn't do it in a party way. We're not like that. We would just go, probably stay in the old town, eat well, still slip in a little DC10 visit for Circle Local because we would have to. Yeah, we would just go and really enjoy the island and the beauty of it. And I'd like to go August because it's still really warm there and it's still bouncing. Get a really good atmosphere. So yeah, that's not quite a goal. That's like I said, just a cheeky little one we're slipping in there. But that's it really. You know, I have other goals around like martial arts and increasing my belts and getting to higher grades and stuff like that. But I really feel you have to prioritise and you have to keep the main thing, and that means sacrifice. In order for some things to take precedence, some things have to take a back seat. Body, content, and winning have got all my attention right now. That's where all my focus is going, that's where all my effort is going, and that is how I know those things will come to fruition and flourish, and I'll achieve the goals that I've set for myself. So I'm enjoying it. I'm absolutely loving getting after it. You know, for so long I wasn't sure what my thing is. I heard that, you know, finding out what you want in life is actually much harder than getting it, because once you've found out what you want or established what you want, decided what you want, you can just become laser focused and be a pit bull about it, be tenacious and just get after it. And I really feel that is what I've done now in life. You know, I say I've had a corporate career and my own business and stuff like that. This is what I love and this is what I'm going to lean into, and like I said, this is what I will do for 100 years. I would do all this if no one paid me. So I love the day to day, I love the process, and I'm just enjoying getting after these goals so much. And I know this isn't, you know, really relevant, but this is the happiest I have ever been in my life. Like, I have so much day-to-day joy now, and it's so cheesy and cliche, but you know, it's the journey, not the destination. But that's what I feel like right now, like, you know, because once I reach my goals, there'll just be more goals. But the great thing about it is I love the day-to-day. I love training. I don't love dieting, but I enjoy the effects of dieting, and it also gives me peace of mind that I want to live a long and healthy life, and you know, the diet I'm on now is congruent with that. So that is still a good feeling. I love doing social media, I love creating content, I love being creative, I love trying to push the boundaries and see how can I make this a wee bit better, you know, looking at my analytics, what's good, what works, what doesn't, lean into it. I love everything about it, and also I love my fiance. I cannot wait to be her husband, I cannot wait for her to be my wife. I cannot fucking wait to get married. Honestly, I have so much joy around it, and I think I'm quite an articulate man, but I cannot articulate just the feelings of love and happiness and joy and luck. Like, what did I do to deserve this partner? She is the best person in the world. So the positive feelings around the wedding, I can't put them into words. Yeah, I just feel so grateful. So like I say, you know, that in terms of a goal is really, really wonderful. And finally, for the bonus goal, you know, Ibiza's great. So, you know, I know from experience, and I'd really like to do it with Ava, and I think that would be pretty magical as well. So yeah, that's it guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know your goals for the year. Do you have goals for the year? Do you set out tangible goals? Do you set out micro goals in order to linearly plot out a course to your overall goal? You know, how do you approach it? Let me know. I would really like to get a bit of discourse going on this. It's a subject I'm very passionate about. So as always, please let me know what you thought about this video. Any comments, thoughts are always welcome. And if you could like, comment, share, subscribe, I would be eternally grateful, and I would love you a long time. And yeah guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.